So now you just look into the diagram. So this is what the diagram we have used for rotating the DC motor clockwise and anti-clockwise. The DC motor, how it is connected between the transistor configuration, this is what it has been shown. So this is the configuration that has been associated with the driver IC L293D. Okay, L293D is the driver IC for DC motor to interface DC motor to the LPC2148. LPC2148 two pins P0.30, P0.31 are the two pins which provides the input to this configuration. Based on that, either Q1 and Q4 may be triggered or Q2 and Q3 may be triggered. In that particular way, the DC motor rotates either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Very simple way, right? P0.30 and P0.31. So how we pass the input to this, based on that, we are going to ensure that it is rotating either clockwise or anti-clockwise. This example we have executed in the last class. I hope you have practiced. L293D is the driver IC which has this configuration. Now we'll move on to the stepper motor. That is the sixth experiment, actually speaking. Okay, so that is a part of your fourth unit again. So what is that? Just a minute. Yeah. My slide is visible, Janavi? Yes, Janavi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm audible clearly? Janavi, you should answer. Anyone else?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Who is this? Who is this?
Sir, Subramania, sir.
Yeah, Subramanya, please you do one thing. I'll be continuously going ahead. If you find that I'm not audible to you, okay, or my diagram is not visible, you interrupt me, okay? Subramanya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if I'm not audible or if my diagram is not visible, you please interrupt me. Is that okay?
Sir. Sir, I will.
Yeah. So please now go ahead. So now what is this is we wanted to interface the stepper motor with LPC2148. So as you know, LPC2148 is an ARM processor. Now this ARM processor has the output pins, IO pins. So the pins you already listed, 48 pins, out of which how many are used, you know that. Port 1, port 2 are the pins. Port 1 are programmed with pin cell 0 and pin cell 1. Port 2 is programmed with pin cell 2. That is what you know. IODIR is making the pins either input or output. It means that declaring it as output pins, I will define it as IODIR. IODIR, if it makes the bits as ones, it means I'm making those particular pins as output pins. If it makes the bits as zeros, means those particular pins I'm making it as input pins. You can call like that. So output pins, for declaring output pins, IODIR is used, usually we say. Now setting the value as 1, I will use IO set. Setting the value as 0, I will use IO clear. Only the simple concepts. The logic of utilization of these instructions help us to build any sort of program. Now I wanted to drive the stepper motor. So you please understand, stepper motor configuration is shown here. What is the configuration? There are 4 stator. These are called as the boxes around the small red box is the are the stators. So they are called as stator phases. You can call it. surrounded by windings. They are surrounded by windings. In between, there is a rotor. You can say stator and rotor. So rotor has to rotate when the stator coils are the phases. There are four phases, stator phases you can call it as, or stators. When they get energized, they create the magnetic field so that the rotor gets attracted in that direction. So in which direction you wanted to attract that rotor, that is called the direction of motion of the rotor. Rotor is the one which is there inside. Stators are the one which are there outside. This entire thing forms the stepper motor. Stepper motor is a motor in which the rotation of the rotor happens either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now, very important thing is to to provide the electric current, or whatever you call it as the current. If I wanted to provide the current, I need to energize these coils. How to energize these coils? So there is a sufficient high voltage and current is required to energize these coils or stepper motor, what you can call it as, to make it rotate. Hence, ARM processor cannot directly do it by interfacing stepper motor to the LPC2148. Hence, there is a need of driver IC. That driver IC name I have given above. Driver IC is ULN2803. ULN2803 is the driver IC to interface stepper motor with the LPC2148. So the driver IC includes 8 Darlington pairs. These are transistor pairs, you can say. You can see two transistors are connected in such a way that the first transistor emitter is connected to the base of the second transistor. Second transistor emitter is grounded. In between, the resistors are used to control the flow of current. Why this Darlington pair? Darlington pair, transistor pair, you know the concept maybe in LRM or in microelectronics, the concept of current amplification or increasing the current gain. So the Darlington pair is used for improving the current gain. It means that I wanted to have 550 milliamps of current. So the transistors will drive smaller current. To drive larger current, or current amplification or current gain factor has to come into picture. That's what Darlington pair is used. So ULN2803 has 8 such Darlington pairs. Please understand, 8 such Darlington pairs. One Darlington pair is required to energize the single coil. You can observe there are 4 stators, 4 windings. That's what 4 coils are there in the diagram. You can observe stage by stage. I have shown the diagram. Now, one thing you observe, how much is the voltage I am giving for the stepper motor? 12 volts. So you can see the diagram here, which is shown here, 12 volts on either side, 4 windings are there. Each winding, the other end is connected to terminal A, terminal B, terminal C, terminal D. A, B, C, D are the 4 terminals I have used. 12 volts are given in between these windings. It means that 4 windings, 4 stator phases you can call it as, and in between I have the rotor here. Rotor has to rotate based on the magnetic field generated by these windings. So it means that how to create the magnetic field? You need to pass the electric current through these coils. The coils get energized and produce the magnetic field. Hence the rotor gets attracted towards and it rotates. Which direction? It depends on which coil you will energize at a time. Either you will energize AB, BC, CD or DA, or AD, BC, CD, DA, whatever combination. I don't know. Let us understand which combination if we give, which coils get energized, and in that direction the rotor will rotate. First, simple working of Darlington pair, as I said. The Darlington pair, 8 Darlington pairs are there in ULN2803. It means that ULN2803 can rotate 2 stepper motors. It can be connected to 2 stepper motors at a time. But we are running only 1 stepper motor. It means that 4 Darlington pairs are used. Each Darlington pair for 1 winding or 1 stator winding, you can call it as. So it means that what is the thing is, it is an internal diagram which I have shown here. You can see what is that? 1 Darlington pair, it means 2 transistors connected to this winding, which is shown in the Darlington pair diagram. That winding is associated with the stator. So you just understand at the input side R1, when you give some input, what is the input? Logic high. Logic high means 1. 1 means 5 volt. When I give 5 volt, the transistor turns on. If this is turned on, which pulls this transistor on? If both the transistors on, the voltage at this particular point below the inductor, it means at the output of the transistor, at the collector, first collector of the first transistor. So that will be the output. It means above is 12 volts, below is 0. Hence the potential difference. There is a continuous path, connection path. The potential difference of 12 volts. It means the flow of current of 550 milliamps will happen. If not, if 0 is applied, these are open circuited. Once the open circuit, no flow of current. Please understand, flow of current when the transistors are turned on. When the transistors will turn on, when logic 1 is given. Logic 1 means 5 volts is applied. 5 volts or 3.3 volts, you can call it as logic high. So transistor turns on means that drives the second transistor into on state. Together will offer the current gain higher, so that the higher value of current, which is 550 milliamps, which is sufficient to drive the stepper motor. It means that current generates the sufficient magnetic field, hence the rotor gets attracted towards that coil. Which coil you energize, that is important. That simple explanation is shown here. You see here, LPC2148, the box is taken, out of which 4 pins are taken out. P0.28 to P0.31 are the pin numbers which are used. You can take the screenshot of this diagram if you want. You can refer it again. P0.28, P0.31, 08 to 31. It means 4 pins. First pin is P0.28. Second pin is P0.29, 30, 31. 4 pins of LPC2148 are connected to first 4 pins of ULN2803. ULN is the driver. Output of ULN, 4 outputs respectively. P0.28 goes to A. P0.29 goes to B. You can see the connection. P0.30 goes to C. P0.31 goes to D. This is how I'll configure. It means that IODIRL configuration. What is the configuration IODIRL2? Since I'm using port 0, that too I'm using the pins 28 to 31. It means that pin cell 1 I'll use instead of pin cell 0. Pin cell 1, I'll declare all the values as 0. Then IODIRL take 4 pins I wanted to apply the input 1, 1, 1, 28 to 31. It means 0F, all 7 zeros. So 0x F 7 zeros. So total 8 digits, right? F 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So if that is applied, means 4 pins of LPC2148 from point P0.28 to 31 are made high. Those are applied to ULN. That are sufficient to drive the, put the value 1 to these particular points A, B, C, D, which I named. A is connected to first coil, B is connected to second coil, C is connected to third, D is connected to fourth. You can observe, and 12 volts supply is given to stepper motor externally, which is connected in between. That is what this is the sufficient energy to energize these coils. Once the coil get energized, it means once 1 is applied, meaning is nothing but actual 0 is coming, the potential difference, the current flows. That is the meaning from the Darlington, as I explained. You can see the diagram above clockwise I have written. The clockwise I have written A, B, C, D. I named the stator windings like this, A, B, C, D. I wanted to rotate in clockwise. Please, A top, left side, B I named, be careful, C, then D. I wanted to move it in clockwise direction. It means you just see A, B, C, D. Which 2 coils I need to energize? Which 2 coils at a time I need to energize, so that I will attract that rotor in between those stator windings. So if I give 6 clockwise combination, you observe, first I'll give 6. It means B and C I am energizing. A and D I am providing 0 0. So BC I am energizing. First BC is energized. So it is pointing red stator, you see it is pointing in this direction. Now the direction of red I have shown upwards. because next I will put C. If I put the value C means AB I will energize. CD 00, AB I will energize. First BC, then AB, then I will energize AD. You see A and D, AD, A and D are 1, D and C are 0. Then I will energize DC, D and C or C and D 1 1 remaining 0. That's what 6C93. If this combination, if I give, the stepper motor rotates in clockwise direction. That's the simple meaning. Okay, stepper motor rotates in clockwise direction. Now you observe, if I give this in a loop, it means it will be continuously rotating. So now where I'll declare 6C93, that's what IO set. First I'll declare 6, IO clear. I'll declare C, IO, IO set 6, IO clear 6, IO set C, IO clear C, IO clear, IO set 3, IO clear 3. So in delay, that's simple as that. See, now when I want anti-clockwise, see the anti-clockwise direction of outside I shown, up to outside anti-clockwise I have written with the color. Okay. So now in that you can see here, first which coil I'll energize, A and D is first. Then I'll energize AB. Then I'll energize BC. So it means I will be rotating in or attracting rotor to move in anti-clockwise direction. This is the simple explanation of what is that called as your stepper motor, how the values you are providing over P0.28 to P0.31 and you are connecting via ULN2803, how it drives the stepper motor. This is what the internal diagram and simple explanation. Now clockwise and anti-clockwise. There is one more definition. What is that called as? Usually we say in a stepper motor, we write what is the step angle. What is the step angle? So step angle is computed as 360 divided by n into m. So n into m. 360 divided by n into m. What is this? 360 divided by n into m. So where n refers to number of turns, you can call it as number of teeth. You can call how many teeth that stepper motor has. Stepper motor will have the teeth. Okay, stepper motor will have teeth. So you can call it as number of teeth. Number of teeth. So that is how the step angle defines. Number of teeth. Okay, then I have m, which is nothing but theta phases. Theta phases, you can call it as theta phases or thetas. Okay, theta phases. So with this, a person can compute the step angle associated with the stepper motor. So if I want step angle 5 degrees, if I want step angle of 30 degrees, if I want step angle of 60 degrees, so you need to provide the value. You need to provide the value. It means it depends how many number of teeth. It's fixed. Phases fixed. Then the step angle should come less means 360 I want to change. So 360 I will change, something like that. So one is known and others are unknown. So it depends on what kind of simple questions can be asked with respect to step angle. So this is about step angle associated with this. How exactly this works? Now let us come to the working of it, and we will understand this by typing the program. Please understand clockwise combination and anti-clockwise combination. Now you understand anti-clockwise combination here. Now can you write the anti-clockwise combination? What is the anti-clockwise combination we said? Just now I told anti-clockwise means first 9 I should provide the value 9, correct? Then I should provide what? Then I should provide C, capital C, 9C, correct? Then 6 anti-clockwise. Then I'll say what call it as 3. So 6C 9 3 C 6 3 are the two combinations. Now let's understand. I'll just share the concept now. If you just go now to the thing what we wanted to do quickly ahead. So you can see I have already written the program, but still quickly I'll write the program one more time for your quick understanding. Simple way. What you will write hash include. I'll be writing fast since little typing I know. So that's what. So what is that? This is the header file. You know, I'm in library. So wide delay. So what is that? You are declaring wide. Then what? What you will have? I wanted to have clockwise direction. Stepper motor, I wanted to have clockwise direction. So same wide. This is what the function you will declare above. And I wanted to call for the function anti-clock, right? Anti-clock, which is nothing but anti-clock wide. So what you have now? So many of you don't write the main function itself, int main always, right? Now how I'll write here? If this is the int main, so how I should write? So what is the first step? We know which pin cell has to assign. Pin cell 1 I'll take because 15 to 31 it will take care. So 0x pin cell 1 means it is pointing to port 0 pins only, but 15 to 31 are the numbers, right? Port numbers. So that's the simple definition. Next, IODIR, since I am pointing to port 0 only, IODIR 0 only comes into picture. 0F, I am interested F. F means 28, 29, 30, 31, last 4 bits. So that is how it is indicated. Last 4 bits means first F will come. Please remember that. Don't reverse it. Reverse if you do means it will be 0 to 3. That's what. Please understand. In program you did mistakes while writing in exam. So that's what I'm telling. So now I declared IODIR for the stepper motor. So while true, you know that. While true, what I should do now? I want first to make it stepper anti-clockwise. Let's say anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise or clockwise. Anti-clockwise. So that will be next. I'll say delay. I'll just delay. That's it. Step underscore anti-clock. Anti-clock, right? Anti-clock. Okay. So that's it. Delay. So you just check now. So if this is the question, simply I have completed the program. That's it. I wanted to rotate in clockwise direction the stepper motor and anti-clockwise direction the stepper motor. So initially I declared P28 to 31 as 1. So I declared them as output ports. It means that through those 4 pins only, I'll make the stepper motor to rotate. Which direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise? How to decide clockwise? Set IO set plays a role. Now how I'll write? First I'll say wide step underscore clock, right? So underscore clock, when I say of this, so wide step you can write, okay? So step clock. So how to write now? So you know what is the concept? IO set, correct? IO set 0. So what the value I should give? 0x clockwise. You are rotating in clockwise. So you cross verify. I'll just check here if you want. What is that? I think it is. Let's check whatever it is. First, just a minute. Yeah, reverse is cross check. Reverse combination might be reverse. You cross check combination. You cross check the combinations. I mean naming. That as clockwise. This as anti-clockwise. Only naming. Only the combination remains same. Naming will be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Let's say 9. What is that? 9 6 3. 6 3 is the combination. First I'll complete with 9. So what is that? You can say 9 followed by 7 zeros, right? That's it. So I'll say some delay I'll provide in between, whatever it is. Then IO clear, CLR 0, which is nothing but 0x 9 again. Okay, so delay, simple way, correct? That's it. Now when I do this step, I did with 1. What is that? I energize the coils. Which coils I energized? You just said now. What is that? 9 means. 9 means AD coil I energized. Then I'll energize AB coil. To energize AB coil, I have to provide C. Okay, I have to provide C. So now you just understand. I have to provide C means what I should do. I just copy paste the above same thing, nothing to worry. So I'll just make it as C. So again, check it. What is this? This is C, correct? Now I'll just change it to C. That's it. C is done. What next? Again, I'll make it 6, correct? Because I wanted which coil to be energized. First AD, next AB, next BC. Because I wanted to move in that particular direction. BC 6. I'll energize 6. So here I'll write it as 6. So next again same way. Control V 6 9C 6 3. Correct? 9C 6 3. 3 means correct. Am I writing correctly? Cross check. So
Sir, it should be for anti-clockwise, no, sir. White setup underscore anti-clockwise.
Yes. But that's what. Let me check first. Huh?
Yes.
Let me check. I will show you. I think whether I have interchanged the names while explaining. Right? Let me cross check. 1 second. Good. So this is the way. Okay. So similarly, now what I did simply energizing 2 at a time makes my rotor to move towards that based on the magnetic field generated between the two coil windings of the stators, you can call it as. Similarly, what I will do now, if I wanted to anti-clock, okay, so anti-clock, just take it in a reverse way, the name, nothing to worry, we'll cross check. If it is in rotating either direction, we'll complete. So 6 6C 6C 93. That's it. I changed only the direction. Okay, 6C 93. 6C 93. So you cross check anti-clock, clock. I'm just calling these two, and at last I am declaring wide delay. So I need a delay code for this. Correct. So what is the delay? So as usual, int I comma j for I is equal to 0, I less than 1000, right? Or 2000, whatever you give. It depends on how much speed you need. For j is equal to 0, j less than 2000, right? J plus plus, right? With semicolon ends and close this. That's it. Once you do, let's save it as. Let's say file save as. File save as. In between, whenever you want, you can take the screenshots. It will be helpful. I mean, while completing after execution, let's say. So let's say I'll make another name. What is this? Step PC. I'll call it. Let's say step PC dot C. Step PC dot C. I should not. Okay. So what I will do, I saved this. So when I save this, and so it will always take some time. Just a minute. So step CP. Now, when I compile, zero errors, zero warning. So what I will show quickly is the first thing. What is that? So when it is keep it like this, so that it becomes easy for me to run. Yeah. So what is that you will do? Usually you'll go for debug, right? I'll go to debug. So when you go to debug, it will get you there. Okay. So what it is telling is step C. I'll just compile and create exe file. Then it will do all the things. That's what all the three I'll press and go to debug. So when you go debug, you go to the 36 evaluation mode. So this is what it will show. Okay. So this is all open and in GPIO. Okay. So port 0 flow interface. When I run this, you can observe 9 C 6 4 combination. Next 6 C 9 3. That's it. So 4 combinations. You can see the pins. Which are all the pins are getting high? One time 28 31, one time 30 31, one time 29 30. So you can see the combination. One time 28 29. So accordingly the coils will be energized and respectively the rotor will be attracted towards based on the magnetic field. Hence the rotation is seen to be either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So I'll just stop this simulation. Now once simulation is done, we know that what is that. I will go here, I'll go here, and output is there. I kept the output, create hex file I selected, and name of the executable file I name it as Mac MAK, and then I just any name you give, it's your own choice. Okay, output I did that, and you know that linker is memory layout from the target to be selected. Usually it will be there as default if you select that and then say okay, you are doing that. So next is the step. So this part is done. So it means that let me show the same program. Okay. So instead of running this, let's say what is this? I'll go with step mode. Step mode you see here. Step mode include wide the same code what I have written just now 0x anti-clock, clock, delay, anti-clock. You see here 9000, delay, clear 9000, C, and C should be always capital. Remember know that. 9C, 63, 6C, 93, anti-clockwise delay. Same thing, nothing more than that. I just used already. That's what I wanted to use the same instead of what is that? Trying with the same thing. What is that? I used what is that? Step mode. Okay, step mode. Let's understand step mode only. Okay, and so close. Step mode is when I compile this step mode. Step mode 0 error 0 1. Then step mode warning no zero. So it is creating hex file. Please remember mac.axf is created axf. Okay, along with axf hex file is created. So you ensure that all the three I'll press after doing this. Once I did this, Once I did this, I'll go to now where? I'll go to Proteus. You just see here, Proteus. In Proteus, I have already created that. I will show it to you now. But rest of the things are same, nothing much. So let's say you create a project. You create a project, and in that project, start opening the components. What are the components? LPC21 create, then you take the LPC21 thread, fit it here. This diagram is visible to you. Come on. Yes.
Sorry.
LPC2148 diagram is visible.
Now it is visible.
Yes. Now LPC2148 is there. I have taken all same components only previously what you did. Left side you see nothing I changed. Xtal1, Xtal2 connected to crystal, crystal connected to C1, C2, P22 picofarad grounded. That part is done. RST through some resistor it should be connected to high, and through some switch it should be connected to ground. But what I did directly is that reset pin directly connected to high also. That can also be done. Please understand. Directly one line I'll take and connect it to high. Battery is 3.3. I have connected all the above. I have connected to high, and all the below I have connected to ground. That's it. Left side configuration is same as that what we did earlier. Now you understand. You understand now this point. What is that? I just said that VBAT, VREF to V3 should be connected to plus 3.3. That last how you did same way. VSS, the names whichever are there connected to minus 3.3 ground, it is indirectly. RST I directly connected to plus voltage of the battery directly. No need of switch and resistor also. This part you already know that we are connecting crystal to the Xtal1 and Xtal2. Now this side, coming to this side. Two things I have connected. What is that? You just observe. Which pins I'm using? 28. Pin number 28. P0.28. P0.28 can be named as multifunctional. You know that P0.28 can be used for AD 0.1. It is for ADC also it can be used. CAPS 0.2, MAT 0.2. How the function can be used later in some other functions will come to know in some other experiment. P0.28, P0.29, P0.30, P0.31. How to connect? Now you see, remember here. Go to P. What is that? Please remember, I'm just running, nothing to worry. Okay, I'll just stop here. What is that? Go to P. Check for the component. What is the component? You just type ULN 2803. You will get a single ULN. Click here, say OK. When you say OK, I am having with my pen. I'll come like this. Click here. So once you click, how to connect? Take 4 pins which I have connected here, 13, 14, 15, 16 to 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it what I did here. So out of this 10 pin COM, it is connected to plus 5 volt, 18, 17, 16, 15, these 4 pins. Because 4 inputs I have given, 4 outputs of this should be connected to motor. So how to connect to the motor? Now you see. I'll just come there. What is that? You see now, this is the motor. So what is the motor? You see here, this is the motor. So which motor I have chosen? I went to P again. Okay. What I typed? Stepper. I typed stepper. When I typed stepper, many models are there. You take unipolar, not bipolar. Select the animated unipolar stepper motor. Say OK. When you come and click here, the stepper motor will come. Click here. When I click, this type will come. Now you see how the connection should be done. The center points, take these center points and connect to the center. First you clear this. That's it. Center point to center point. So for this, I can give DC supply. These arrow keys are showing the simple way of getting DC. Where it is? This DC supply is directly available here, left side. You can see the terminal. If I click here, left side you observe, come down, generator mode. Click on generator mode. You see here, generator mode. You find DC, sine, pulse, all these things. I'll take DC. Click DC. When I click DC, I'll get this. This is one way. Okay. The other way is directly the power. Click the power. What is this? Mode you go, take the power. It's very easy, and bring that click here. That's it. And click here connected. Double click on this. You can give the value. How to give directly? Nothing to worry. Just type how much plus you type 12 volts V. That's it. 12 volts means it will take it has 12 volts only. See here. 12 volts will be printed. So like this. Now take this pin 118, connect it to the first. So please understand. First this should be connected to pin. Take this. Okay. For example, this connect to 18 like this. Okay. So understand 18 goes to first, 17 goes to second, 16 goes to downward first, 15 goes to upward. Please remember, last one is upward, last but one is the downward, then 17 is downward, 18 is upward. Up, down, down, up. That's what the connection. Please remember 18 to the first, 17 to the second, then 16 to the third, then 15 to the fourth, like this. So this is 12 volts I have given. Okay, please remember 12 volts. Okay, so that's the simple connection. You can call it as volts. You give now if you want 12 volts. What is that? Plus 2 volts. 12 volts. Say okay. Here also you can click now. Take one more and connect here for the 10th, which I'll call it as 5 volts or plus 5 volts. If you want, you write 5 volts. Okay. So say okay. Simple. So once you do that, it means that what you did now, you just try to understand. I have connected ULN2803 as the interfacing device here to the LPC2148. Here 38 were used and a stepper motor. Now that's it. So I did the connection. What I will do? So just cross check. I will be here. This is the diagram which is visible to you now. So what I will do? I already created the hex file. I'll double click on this. So what is the hex file? You see here LPC2138 and clock frequency 12 MHz. You ensure that and click here for browse. What is that hex file? I should search for mac.hex because I gave the mac in the target. What the name you have given in the target, that name, with that name only hex file is created. So I'll take it as mac.hex. Say open. Then when I say okay, when I say okay, don't see the upper one. I tried with the pins P0.400 and 0.7 I utilized, and I ran with another ULN2003. That also works. That program also you can try in the same way. But our program is very much specific with P0.28 to P0.31. That's what I just mentioned. And ULN2803 we must and should use because in hardware we are making use of ULN2803 and the stepper motor accordingly to drive the required current. Okay, this is a simulation. That's what the current driving capability will not be that much difficulty over here. There it must and should be ULN2803 should be used and the motor of specific type should be used to drive it. So I just use that hex and I run this. So you can see it energizes. You can see it is going clockwise. it is going clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 2, 3, the number of counts you check. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to rotate anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now again clockwise. So please check those values. Clockwise and anti-clockwise, that doesn't make any difference because it is just the name we are giving. Which coils are energized, based on that the rotation either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Now as of our understanding first now is it should go anti-clockwise according to the code what we have written. If the windings are different in the motor, then it will be reverse order. One order we should remember. If it is rotating in other order means you should understand that coils are in different order or inputs we are giving in different order. That's the simple understanding. Okay. So you just understand one point here. The angle you see, what is the angle? You see 0. 0. So the first direction of anti-clockwise, 90 degrees. One second, sorry. This is 0 now. That's it. This is 90 degree. 1, 180 degree. It's showing below 2. Then 270 degrees. Why it is disturbing himself? 1, 2, 3, cross check this. 4 times it has to rotate. Okay, so it has to come back again in the same way. So any clarifications, any doubts in this regard? Okay, quickly, what is the next class you are having? 3 o'clock?
EMF, sir.
Okay, now you just see here now. What is that in the code I am just showing? Let's say, where is that? Okay, so quickly I'll show you what is this? Okay, so I'll just stop this. I mean, your port is running now. This is how the rotation happens. You please check now. What is that I wanted to tell here is, if I have the code, I wanted to write the code in a very simple way. So I can write step mode I have written here. Second thing, I wanted to rotate motor many times. So what I will do, I can put a for loop. So you see, for example, step What is that? Step LM. See here. If I have written extra term, what is that? In term I declared here in the step clock. In term I declared in the step anti-clock. I just mentioned 0 to 12. It means that these 4 times it is rotating. It means it is going clockwise 4 steps, anti-clockwise 4 steps. I wanted to make it 12 times. 4 into 12, 48 times it should rotate. 48 times. You can check 48. So how many cycles it becomes? Likewise, the number of cycles can also be defined. That is what I wanted to tell. So if you run this program, it will run for 48 times, either on clockwise side or anti-clockwise. Because I declared n is 12, less than 12. 12 into 4, 48 times. 48 counts should be clockwise, 48 counts in anti-clockwise. Now you please understand the other point I wanted to tell. I can simplify the program. In an easy way. What is that? I can write like this. See here. Instead of writing all the 9C6, what is that? 9C63, one combination, 6C93, another combination in step clockwise. I can write it in a for loop. Make it very simple. Pin cell as remains, step clock, step anti-clock remains as it is. You cross verify now, step underscore clock. What is the identification you can do? I have declared this unsigned int I comma j specific to the clock, step clock, and specific to the step anti-clock. You can see. So I is equal to 0 to 12, j is equal to 0 to 4. If you observe, it means it is anyhow 48 times it is rotating. That's different issue. The thing is, I have declared here. What is that? Unsigned int. I declared clockwise. Okay. All 4 values I declared as array, and I am referring to that array using j. Right? 0 to 4 means 4 times it takes. CV of j. Set and clear many times here only. After that, I declared here as 12. So 4 into 12. You can say again, this runs for 48. So I made it as for loop. You can reduce the code by using an array, simple array type. So you can just take the snapshot of this if you want. So what is this? This is the simple code. Same way, till here it is same. Only thing is, in step clock I declared as a for loop, and in step anti-clock I declared as a for loop. For delay I use some other variables k and m. Okay. So this is the simple program. You run it, realize for 48 rotations clockwise and anti-clockwise. So only the experiment is to say rotate the stepper motor in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction with the associated step angle wheel set, right? So since it is 360 degrees, you just ensure how many times it rotates clockwise and anti-clockwise accordingly. So I'll stop here. You execute these two. So 2 clear programs, DC motor and stepper motor, you do on your own with various versions, as I tried with 4.5, with for loop, without for loop. Left to you, and increase the number of rotations, increase the speed by varying the delay or reducing the speed. You cross verify. Okay, do it. We'll stop here. The next class will continue.